Huh, my microphone quality is turning to shit again, and I'm in a no good way mood to talk about what I'm going to talk about. Perfect day to rant!
After all this time, now you come to visit me, brother. Why? When do we start?
You wanna know what's funny? What's really funny about this whole Flutter situation that's been going on? I must tell you, when you call someone out on them doing terrible, terrible things, you are called out and being called a bully for it. And that's something I cannot stand. But what's worse is that people I thought moved on from their past mistakes decides to stab me in the back and make things worse for themselves and for me as well. I hate that I had to bring this up once again, but due to screenshots that I have and some shit that I just need to say about this person, I am just totally done. But I must say this. After this video goes out, I am done talking about this person. Who, you might ask? Coolness1332 or CreepyEmotionalRantr, or as I call CreepyEmoTurd, because I don't know where to begin with this chick. It seems I probably wouldn't have done anything else if it wasn't for the fact that she wasn't teaming up with Flutter in the most stupidest way possible. And that counts for Night Dragon as well. And yes, I know I made a video collabing with another ranter about this, but I just need to give out one final message, just one more message, because I am sick and tired of this bullshit. And I have so much to say that I need to get this out. First and foremost, I must address this comment screenshot given by Night Dragon, the friend of Coolness1332, or Creepy, I don't give a flying fuck what your name is, that Flutter had posted. It's basically just giving a big, I like Flutter, she's a good person, or sorry, I should say he, yes people, he, need to calm down. Let me just read you this comment made by Night Dragon. You know, by doing this, you're not going to solve anything. You're just going to make it much worse. I find it quite funny how you think that you're so clever by being a smartass. You're not going to get through to her by treating her like this. If you blocked her, then whoop-dee-fucking-do. What do you want, a medal or something? Lots of people get blocked, and blocking a Flutter isn't any more special. Hey person, I just wanted to let you know that you're blocked, okay? By the way, you're a bitch. Do you see how stupid that sounds? But I know why you're posting this comment. You didn't want to help Flutter, did you? No. Of course you didn't want to give her constructive criticism. That was the greater chance of getting through to her. No, you posted this comment because you wanted a reaction. You wanted to see Flutter and those damn wait nights, quote unquote, of her get all butt hurt, quote unquote, so you can laugh directly in their face because after all, they are idiots. You are much smarter than they are, right? Even though that comment like this sounds way less reasonable than what they usually say. God, this is such a bad taste in my mouth. Maybe I'm going too far with this, but she does not deserve direct insults. Look, if you don't like someone, that's fine. I honestly don't care if you do not like someone because you're not me. But could you at least show a little consideration to their feelings? Okay. How to sum up that comment? blah blah blah, leave Flutter alone, blah blah blah, I'm taking this too far, blah blah blah, I'm a white knight, blah blah blah. I mean, Night Dragon was trying to be reasonable by maybe the second paragraph, but of course, she goes back to saying, oh, she doesn't deserve this. Listen, we tried giving criticism to Flutter. We tried everything. We really did. And even if we didn't give her the attention, she would harass us. I mean, she would harass the other ranchers that were involved with this. Like, legit. They blocked her, and then months later, she's like trying to figure out ways to get at them, and she was just stalking them no end. So what's the fucking difference? We're better off giving her that damn attention, because if we don't, they get hurt. I don't really give two flying fucks about Flutter, but I don't see what the purpose of your comment was. Obviously, it was to defend Flutter. No other way, shape, or form about it. And if you're claiming that the comment was for a reaction, then what the fuck are you doing then? I don't understand. You're telling them to go away, this comment is not helpful, it's for a reaction. Even if it was, you're giving them troll bait. It's not that freaking hard. If you want to defend a friend, hey, hell yeah, but at least come up with a better argument than saying like, oh, you guys are totally doing this for a reaction, that's why I'm totally reacting to it, like, gah. Because that's just plain stupid. At least with Night Dragon... No, never mind, I take everything back. Night Dragon is pretty much as bad as Coolness. I don't get what these two idiots see in Flutter. Because it only takes like 1 minute, maybe even more, maybe a week tops, to do actual research from I don't know, the videos, the live streams, her fucking Encyclopedia Dramatica page, and the shit she posts on a daily basis on their profile. It shouldn't take that fucking long to realize that Flutter is insane. And do I even need to mention the group that all three of them made together? The Calm Ranters. Wow. Just when I thought the amount of stupidity couldn't go any further. Not only is Coolness a terrible ranter who only wanted to talk about me for no other reason and backstab me, but the fact that Flutter is using it as an excuse to make the ranters look bad. And I don't like the name, honestly. Let me look up the definition of a rant to you people. Rant definition: speak or shout in length in a wild and passionate way. What does that have to do with being calm? Since when was ranting about being calm? I don't understand the purpose of this damn group. I even sent you the definition of a rant and told you straight up that you people were full of shit. No reply, no nothing. They don't say shit to me in more ways than one. And I wonder why that is. Because they can't figure out a good counter-argument unless it's told by someone else. What exactly do I mean by that? Here's a little story. I told one of my good friends about Coolness and how emotional I was feeling, especially if you had seen my live stream about what happened. So I asked if she could note her before the live stream to see if I can get any responses or notes so I can use them in the stream. She didn't respond to her until probably hours later after the stream was made. And the response was, it makes me sick to my stomach. She basically claimed that she did not emotionally hurt me, and that she was only trying to claim what I was saying, the whole, if you draw rape, then you automatically support rape, which I've learned from and saying that, I was wrong and that what I was doing was bullying when it came to the Flutter animation video that you guys all know. This is what I mean by being called a bully for the stuff I do. Now, I can't believe I have to do this. I never thought in a million years that I would have to say all of this to you and to my fans. But here is a little story. Coolness, if you're listening, I doubt you are. And this goes for Nightmare Dragon and Flutter too. I don't know why. But I want you all to imagine yourselves in my shoes for a minute. Just imagine that you were me, and then tell me how you would feel. And then maybe you would possibly understand. Let's go back to my years in elementary school. Let's go by school years, yeah, that works. Imagine a young, impressionable girl who seemed to act a bit different compared to others. Imagine wanting to make friends, to only be teased and made fun of for no other reason. Wanting to participate in after-school activities, only to come home bawling because of the stuff people would say about you and the embarrassing shit that you would do that people would talk down to you on like it was some sort of problem. Imagine feeling empty inside. Poetic, I know. Imagine feeling as though you would feel like that you're trapped in some sort of, abandonment, and feeling every day that you wake up, you're going to be talked down to, and when you try to defend yourself, you end up looking like an asshole yourself. You try to be like the kids that always were supported, always were given the benefit of the doubt, while you always end up in the principal's office. You trying to defend yourself and only to be ridiculed. You trying to talk to a boy and trying to get him to trying to stand your ground and only getting kicked in the leg and hurting a lot. And as the years went on, you finally come to your middle school years, thinking that was all behind you. You come to school thinking that you're gonna grow up, only to have people say they thought you were crazy. Having friends or making friends who you thought were amazing people and that would agree with you on occasion after occasion, and then to have them not talk to you anymore, and only finding out through an email from an account you never used that was assigned to you by the school, to only find out that they were no longer your friends with no explanation whatsoever. You try to move on from it, try to make new friends, only to go back to that dark place, feeling abnormal in the worst way possible. I would walk up to somebody and they would tell me that they hated me. No joke. I would try to say hello to someone, try to be nice to them, and they would just say, "I hate you," and walk away. Having that said to me, I only felt somewhat happy when I was at home playing computer games, and how I managed to discover a new group of people that actually liked me for my personality and thought that my terrible, mediocre art was good, and some of them were even recolors. Even if you did the worst thing ever, you would feel somewhat happy and you thought you would have a brand new life. Only being told that the people you know on the internet, told by your own parents that there could not be possibly be real, that they're not real people, that they're probably pedophiles trying to kill me, when I knew they weren't. I wake up to school every day feeling as though I'm feeling alone still. And everything I try to do, everything I would try to accomplish, I would end up getting kicked in the face. I've been told that I was a slut. I've been told that I was stupid just for picking a wrong answer or trying to help your friends, or not your friends, the people that you wanted to help for an assignment. Having a crush on a boy you thought you could be with, but was in a relationship with a girl that was your former friend. Wanting to be with that guy, but realizing he was a total fucking asshole and treated you like dirt, even though you only knew him in one class. And then high school comes along, and I came from a terrible place, thinking that I was just that one wallflower weirdo that no one was ever going to like. And then I made friends. I was part of an entire group by freshman year. I thought they liked my personality. They liked the stuff I did. They thought I was funny. They thought I was, weird in the cool way. And I thought things would be better. And I met so many new people that were so nice and so calm, and every time I walked through the hallways, no one gave a shit on what you look like or what you do. They just minded their own damn business. That was something I never thought I would experience in high school, considering all the horror stories I heard. The years went by great. So it's like a happy ending, right? No. Sophomore year of high school. You thought everything was going great, but then you hear the yelling behind the door of your room while you try to sleep. You hear your parents fighting, and the next thing you know, they're gone. They split. Gone. You're stuck with your own mother. You change a lot through those years. You turn from a girly girl to a tomboy to wanting to be an alternative. You like wearing black. You like wearing dark colors. You like the goth subculture and you act like a punk. But you never did anything bad. You just went to school, drew pictures, tried to have as much internet time as you could, and so on. But the mother who I had to be with, had to be stuck with, she would imagine wanting to wear, like something simple, like a black pair of skinny jeans, or like a top that came off your shoulders that had stripes on it, or just something very creative and just dark and gothic looking, or just it either went to that or it was maybe something as simple as black pants. Imagining wanting to wear those twice that week. And when your mother tells you to wear blue jeans and you refuse, and as the argument escalates, she proceeds to hit you with the pants and scream and yell at you. That may sound ridiculous, but it happened. It really did. I'm laughing at it now because I can only imagine that you guys must think that must be so stupid. Then she proceeds to lock me in my room, only to try to make things up and just have me go to school, even though she said that she didn't want me to be in public like that. How about being part of after-school activities that stress you out to the point where you think that it's making your grades slip, and they actually did at one point. Wanting to quit those after-school activities, only to be told that it's either that or I can't I can't have a life. Like I can't be part of my internet life anymore because they think I'm so lazy. She thought I was lazy, even though I just go to school and I just want to draw. Even though it's like pretty much a stick. She thought thought I needed to lose weight. Thought I was so unfit. Years and only barely passing junior year for my math credit, and having people telling me that knew my mother to tell me that the after school activities I did were weighing me down and stressing me out so much. But I couldn't leave it. Every time I tried to tell her, she would just threaten to take my stuff away or anything. We had so many arguments. So many arguments. It felt like a vice versa effect. Thinking that I would go to school one day and feel miserable, and then I feel happy again in high school, to only feel miserable in my own damn home. Waking up every day, being called stupid for not wearing a certain outfit that my mother liked more than the one I was wearing, being told I wasn't even trying when I just wanted to wear a simple pair of blue jeans and a tank top. Feeling like I always did something wrong. It was that word, wrong. And the stupid shit I would say, and the stupid stuff I would do. I tried to suffocate myself once because of another argument we had. She called me shit, called me stupid, and I tried to grab onto my throat and I tried to go to sleep. Every time I get in trouble, I felt like I was doing something that wasn't worth her time, and I tried to run away. When she told me to get over something that was stressing me out so much, I got so over-emotional. I got so over-emotional over the stuff she would say, and I blamed myself for almost everything that happened through those 3 years of high school. I blamed myself for the divorce. I blamed myself for a lot of things. I thought I made my mother unhappy. I always thought my dad was my saving grace, but it wasn't. But I wasn't. I did so many stupid things. And to hear that one thing that I learned from one stupid thing I said that involved rape and art, thinking that it was no big deal, thinking I would just make a response video through all of that garbage in my life, thinking that it was all gonna go away since I made up with the person and I learned to accept what people draw even if it was bad. If people draw certain things that are NSFW, that's totally fine. I accepted it. I learned from it. And I've heard from my own friends that they did too, and I understood. And then hearing that again. And then hearing that a person, someone that I didn't want to get involved with the situation that I was in, to have them be involved with it. And because of me, my fears came alive once again. My fear of doing something wrong for the littlest of things. I'm the kind of person who would joke around and call myself a piece of garbage, but deep down I actually do feel that way. I expected hate from day one, but to hear so much positive feedback And to know that something dumb that was months, a year late, to have that shoved in my face. It was too much. Those flashbacks keep coming back to me. Me having friends that would abandon me, people telling me that they hated me. Feeling like I wasn't allowed to be who I was, just for the stuff I wore, for me being the total opposite of my mother, for doing the stupidest of things just to prove my point. The only escape was to rant. I wanted to rant, and I knew I was getting myself into hate even more, but I knew it wasn't real. If you know what it feels like to feel like dirt every day just for the little stuff you would do, whether it was in school or in your own home, being called an idiot just for not listening or for just wanting to stand your ground and call someone out on somebody, if I tried doing that in my real life scenario, I would be yelled at so bad. And I know what you're thinking. You might think that I'm not treating my family with my parents with respect, but the reality is, I try my best. I really do. I do everything in my part. I try to be nice. I know I'm nice. But it's the little things that set me off. And I don't mean to. But I just feel that way. If I feel like I just want to wear certain clothes the way I do, and hearing that I look terrible, or I look like I'm not even trying, or to have my own real life friends be treated just the way I was, just because of the stupid things that they would say, or the stuff that they would do, just because they're not up to their standard. It makes me feel like I do stuff wrong. I don't want to feel like I'm doing something wrong. I know it seems unlike me as a ranter, but I should have expected that. I can't handle some things. I can take critique, but if it's for the stupidest of little things that I would say, and especially if we made up for it, of course I would feel like trash, because I feel like I'm being a bad influence. I feel like I'm letting people down. I'm turning into the things that I fear. Those people that I talk about. And I don't want to be like that. I don't. I would rather prefer not having this fear creep up on me because of my experiences. I'd rather be called out on something current. Something that I can remember and something that I can actually, improve on than being backstabbed. I don't know what it was. I just ask one thing. Just why me? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that, but the only way for me to explain my fear and to why I was so overreacting to this whole video was to say all of that. And if you're wondering why I decided to make it a video instead of just telling, Creepy about it, is because she would have never listened to me. From what I saw from her reply, she would have never, ever believed any of the stuff I was saying. And you heard me. I mean, some of the shit I said was ridiculous, but I've told very minimal people about this, and frankly, I don't really give two fucks. There are some other things that I didn't really explain very well into detail, but that was just the main reason. I get called so many things for the little stuff I do, and it just makes me feel like garbage. I don't like feeling like garbage. I don't. And I hate the fact that there was a video making me feel that way. I would explain more about it, but I'll leave links to other videos that I made about this, including the live stream. This video is probably going to be long enough to be put on my archives channel, so you guys might have no choice but to see it. So, one other thing I gotta mention about the video that Coolness made, I'm gonna link that too in the description so you guys know what I'm talking about, because I've just been keeping this hidden under the woodworks for too long, is that you say that I still tell people that they support rape when they draw it, when I haven't said anything like that since the podcast video. And yet, you say Sonic 93 just because she supports... You think that she supports bestiality because she has a crush on a character that happens to be an animal. I don't know what your logic is behind that, and I hate the fact that you mentioned other people just because of the shit I said. That makes me feel even worse. As for me being a bully, as you claim, because of the shit with Flutter, what's worse? The girl who just explained her entire experience from her elementary school years to her senior year of high school to a grown man who told someone to cut themselves for being just as emotional as I am, threatened to cut someone's eyeballs out and cut open their vagina. Someone who made everyone feel like garbage too. Who makes people cry, who is the real bully with evidence and facts and acts like an immature little child and claims that everyone doesn't know the real story. And yet you think I'm the bully. Actually check the facts before you even say shit like that, because that shit just really, really hurt me. You may not believe me. You may just think I'm doing this just for attention. You may think that I'm just one big fat crybaby. I may not have proof to show what is happening in my life, but that's for good reason. You can do whatever the fuck you want. But I'm telling you now, I have many people who believe me and who have the same opinion as you and are actually willing to take sympathy on me and understand my dilemma. And you yourself have told me that you are willing to help people and actually comfort people who are like as emotional as I am. Yet you believed Flutter's crocodile tears. So I tell you one thing. I'll apologize for all the shit I said to you if you apologize to me too. That's all I'm asking. We don't have to turn this into a fucking debate. We don't have to do anything. I'll put I'm sorry at the bottom of this video, and if I can hear anything from you, that'd be great, because that would make me feel so much better. Call me an attention seeker, call me whatever the fuck you want, but what I'm saying is that I have a fear. I have a fear of doing wrong things, and I'm so overly sensitive because of the stuff I do based on my experiences. If you think that makes me a terrible person, I don't know what to say to you. This is all I'm going to say. Thank you all for listening, and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I never thought I had to tell any of you this, but this is the only way. Goodbye.
They call me crybaby.